Argama Witch here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. In the last episode, we talked to Tennoji-san about Suzuha, and he mentioned his past with her, and we got to see the divergence meter. We are now at Akiha Station, and Mayuri is calling us, and so is a Mao. Assistant. I found the key easily enough. Don't think your security should be tight. Oh, don't you think your security should be tighter? Should have thought about that before we picked a fight with San and LOL. Also, what's this frog that's been left with the key? Someone's bad taste. Only a maniac would put something in that gross there. Actually, it scared the crap out of me. But keep that secret, okay? Ha ha ha. We're gonna go with security. You're right. I was careless. I should have known better. Boop. Ocarine! Mayuri comes out of the ticket gate and walks up to me with an unhurried stride. Doo-doo-doo. I didn't think you'd come all the way to the station to pick me up. Mayushi's surprised. I wouldn't want my hostage to get away. Yeah, me neither. So Mayushi's really happy. I don't quite understand, but whatever. Mayuri flashes a carefree smile and then walks ahead of me, almost skipping. So, what's in the bag? Mr. Braun gave it to me. It's a device that can measure the divergence of world lines. Wow, that sounds amazing. What's a world line? I smile wearily. Mayuri, you really are a dummy. What am I doing? After I left Tennoji's house, I called Mayuri and asked when she would arrive in Akiba. Then I went to the station to pick her up. Anxiety still smolders in my heart. We managed to survive yesterday, but that doesn't guarantee our safety forever. It's entirely possible for Moika to attack now, on the afternoon of the 14th. Maybe I'm being overly protective, but I still can't shake the image of Mayuri's death from my mind. I don't ever want to have to go through that again. Just a thought, Mayuri. Don't you think maybe you should stop coming to Akiba for a while? At least until Kamima ends? No response. I look to the side. Mayuri! I panic. I scan the area and catch sight of a girl wandering towards a newly opened, shaved ice stand. That ditz, can't she tell how worried I am? So, you're the devoted type, huh? Kurusu is glaring at me with an iced coffee in her hand. We're in the lab, which appears to have become her second home. What's that supposed to mean? I'm sitting at the computer searching for intel on the IBN 5100. I still don't know where it is. I went to the Yanabayashi shrine this morning, but alas, it wasn't there. Suzuha promised to get one for us somehow, her gift to us from 1975. Without it, we can't hack into Senen's database, meaning we can't achieve divergence over 1%. All of a sudden, you're treating Mayuri like a princess. Today, you went to the station to meet her. You taste tested her lunch, and you held her hand all the way back to the lab. Ocarine really loves Mayushi. Did she have to tell Kurusu of all people? Mayuri looks so carefree as she stuffs her cheeks with takoyaki. I'm pretty sure she's smiling not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness. Typical Mayuri. But seriously, did you have to tell Kurusu? So, what's the deal? I don't know. I don't follow. Are you a couple or what? I've been meaning to ask. Do we look like a couple? Huh? Well, just what sort of delusions does this girl have? You know, Ocarina and Mayushi have been friends since we were little. Wow, I really... Don't talk with your mouth full. So you're not a couple? Oh, well, of course. No one would willingly date Okabe after all. You disappoint me, Christina. Huh? What are you talking about? You have finally revealed your true nature. I saw how your eyes lit up at the first hint of romance. You're nothing but filthy mainstream girl. I bet you like to eat chocolate with your girlfriends and giggle about the latest celebrity love affair. Absurd. This lab has no need of the puppies and flowers in your head. Feels strange to be spewing this Chunibyo nonsense again after what I've been through. Yeah, I kind of thought that Hoin Kyoma died. Was done with. Oh. Yeah. Is my innocence lost forever? What the hell are you on about, you self-proclaimed mad scientist Chunimbyo nutcase? It's been a long time since I argued with Kurisu like this, too. The thought brings a sudden pang of loneliness. After failing to save Mayuri, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words were at the time harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. But now, all that has vanished along with the time we spent with Suzuha. Thank you for your help, Kurisu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. I finished typing on the X68000 keyboard and sigh, then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. The display reads 0.409431%. What does that mean? The universe is like this piece of yarn. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out into infinity. When the meter reads over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. If you escape the alpha attractor field and reach the beta world line, then the result will change. Reach 1% divergence, and you'll save Shina Mayuri. Then, does that mean I haven't saved her? The divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world line still converging on Mayuri's death? It can't be. It can't be. I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Mayuri's here, safe and sound. So nothing will happen to her. It won't. I want to believe that, but the doubt within my heart is still growing, thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number on the meter doesn't change a digit. So far, reading Steiner has only activated after we sent past changing D-mails. What about when I time-leaped? The vertigo I feel when I time-leaped might be caused by reading Steiner. Or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. It's impossible to know. In any case, I prepared for the worst. I've already set the time leap machine timer to send my memories 3 hours into the past. And with Daru's help, I found a remote for the 42-inch CRTV downstairs. Our previous phone wave name subject to change experiments made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, it made it bigger. The 42-inch CRTV is right under the hole. So if I point to the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Now, should things go wrong, I can time leap at a moment's notice. And I also have Future Gadget number 4, Mode Snake, on hand in case of emergency. Okabe? Kurisu enters the development room. Didn't you say we weren't going to experiment with the time leap machine? This is just in case. In case what? I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay, everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mayuri's fate, but still, I can't help but pray. Please let Mayuri be safe. Please don't let anything happen. My prayers go unanswered. The door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. I recognize them. The Rounders. They aim their guns at us. I freeze. Despair seizes my heart. My worst fears have come true. It happened exactly the same as before. Only this time Suzuha isn't here to save us. Hands in the air. Nobody move. Even the dark-skinned man's words are the same. Eventually, the unpleasant clack of heels echoes down the hallway. Moika-san? We're taking the time machine. I suppress my terror and grab Mayuri's arm. Don't move. The crew cut man says something he hasn't before. Makise Kurisu, Okabe Rintaro, Hashira Itaru, the three of you will come with us. You cannot resist. Come with us. You have nowhere to run. We have men stationed throughout Akihabara. What do I do? Should I use my concealed mode snake right now? Use it and then time leap? But Mayuri hasn't been killed yet. There's a chance she might not be killed on this world line. Hey, you! The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps, cold sweat breaks out all over my body. I said, hands in the air. I've only raised my left. What are you hiding? I have to use it. I swallow my fear and activate Mode Snake. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The rounders won't be able to aim through this. I have to time leap while it lasts. I grab Mayuri's hand and fumble through the smoke towards the development room. Shoot them! I hear the sound of gun firing wildly behind me. Ah! Suddenly, Mayuri's arm gets heavy. I trip forward and land on my face. Our hands are separated in the fall. I grope around and soon find her slender hand. Oh God. Mayuri's feeble whisper reaches my ears. Was she hit? The rounder's blind shot hit Mayuri? It hurts. Mayuri's voice quickly fades away. Strength drains from her fingers. Mayuri, come on, get up. But Mayuri doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mayuri. Once again, I failed to save you. I thought I succeeded, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. Stop! Stop! Don't shoot me! I hear Kurisu and Daru screaming as the gunfire continues. Gah! A sharp pain flares at the top of my head. I press down with my hand and it comes away soaked with blood. Ah! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! Feels like someone took a saw to my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble. I can't stand up straight. I need to get to the time leap machine. I squeeze Mayuri's limped hand one last time and then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear, and put it on. I point the remote at the hole and press the power button. The TV turns on downstairs. I can hear people laughing on the screen. Target A. Target C secure. Run, Okabe, run! Shit. I clench my fists in frustration. Time leap machine is already active. The discharge phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake. Once again, I leap to the past. And away we go. The world collapses and then reforms. Once again, I feel the odd numbness behind my eyes. The pain at the top of my head is gone. I wipe the sweat from my brow and look around. I can't see Mode Snake's vapor anymore. The air is clear. Chris is reading a Western book like usual. Mayuri is playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Daru isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. I quickly swallow my words. Okarin, you want a banana too? When I wave my hand no, Mayuri tilts her head quizzically and then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suzuha. I changed the world lines, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.4%. How do I get it above that 1%? Wait, if I try to solve the problem alone, I'll just end up the same way. I need to consult Kurisu. Chris, come with me a sec. I lead her out of the lab. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suzuha's bicycle is still absent. What is it? You don't normally say my name normally. Kurisu frowns at her own words. That came out weird. Please, help me. Now this is a shock. I never thought I'd hear those words from you. Do you have a fever? No jokes. I seriously need your help. You time-leaped, didn't you? I nod. How much do you know? How much do I know about what? About Suzuha being John Teeter. Eh? Kurisu gives me a blank stare. It never occurred to me. When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on the 9th, she ended up staying until the 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line? Have you finished the time leap machine? What are you talking about? I finished it yesterday after an all-nighter, remember? When did you leap from? 8 p.m. tonight. It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. I told her about Mayuri's many deaths and about what happened with Suzuha and Moika. I also give a summary of what Suzuha told me about the structure of the universe. Kurisu does not appear to doubt my story. So basically, you win if you get the IBN 5100 back. Kurisu sums up what I told her. This is just a guess, but maybe you should look at what Amane said from the opposite angle. I think the critical changes take place when you get the IBN 5100 and erase the data in Saturn's database. That instant is most likely when you'll achieve the divergence over 1%. The problem is where the IBN 5100 is now. You've already found one once, that is, if your memories are real. If you can get back to the world line where you first obtained it, then isn't it bound to return to you? I see, you're right. The IBN 5100 was in the lab, and then it suddenly disappeared. You threw a fit about that earlier. I remember thinking, oh god, Okabe's finally lost his ability to distinguish fantasy from reality. You're such a wannabe American. What do you mean, oh god? Oh, I get it. Christian is Christian. Kurisu looks at me in disdain, and as soon as those words leave my lips. That's terrible. I regret it too. This is no time for puns. So, Christina, let me see if I understand what you're saying. The changes we made to the world line, namely all of the emails we've sent, must be reversed. That will return us to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at the Yanabayashi Shrine. From what I've experienced so far, I'm confident that the IBN 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping at the lab, and whenever I wasn't around, another lab mem was. The lab's been occupied every hour of the day. It would have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anyone noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at the Yanabayashi Shrine. It's still a hypothesis. I only came to that conclusion based on your explanation. If you're mistaking your facts, deceiving me, or shooting off delusions, then this hypothesis will fail. This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all. You can't just blindly follow this hypothesis either. You may have, say, a safety net, but if you get careless and leave yourself without a way out, then you'll never get another chance to save Mayuri. I know that. I asked for Suzuha's opinion too, if she were here, but on this world line she's traveled to 1975 on the night of August 9th. There's no way I can speak to her now. Why did the IBN 5100 disappear? Which of the D-mails caused its disappearance? Figure that out, and you're well on your way of finding the solution. What I don't understand is how we delayed the timing of Mayori's death exactly 24 hours. True, that is interesting. Maybe it's related to the change in divergence. It could be the butterfly effect. If that's the case, any trivial change could produce a significantly deviant result. Anyway, it's important to act with discretion. Don't do anything careless. Your death, Okabe, is the worst thing that could possibly happen. You're probably the only person who can remember previous world lines. If you die, then consider Mayori dead for good. Don't die, okay? You're not worried about me, are you? What? Don't be ridiculous. Why should I care? I'm not worried about you, okay? Don't get the wrong idea. I just don't want to lose a valuable test subject, that's all. Yeah. That brain of yours has accumulated memories spanning world lines and time leaps. It's a precious sample that I can rewrite the history of neuroscience. I want to map your brain and find out just what's going on in there. In other words, your time leaping helps me too. After all, the time leap machine is the fruit of my research, so to speak, so I... Calm down. Krista turns away with a sour expression. This assistant of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway, I consider her hypothesis, and in order to return to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at the Yanobayashi Shrine, we need to cancel all D-mails we sent so far. The theory is sound, and I've got nothing else to go on. I checked the clock. It's 6:42 p.m. Only 1 hour until Moika's raid. I decide to leap once more to the afternoon of the 13th, just before the time leap machine is completed. Christina, I'm going to give this plan of yours a shot. Oh, great. I take Krista's hand and grasp it firmly. You've been a great help. Sorry for the trouble. Don't apologize, dummy. It's confusing. And besides, I don't even remember helping you before. How are you going to take responsibility for this? Why is she getting mad at me? I don't understand her. I wish I could remember too. Then I'd always have something to rub in your nose. Oh, then I'd always have something to rub your nose in. You really have an awful personality. You're one to talk. With that, I leap 28 hours into the past. And on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. Not too much happened in this episode, but we did find that we only delayed Mayori's death by a day. So maybe each D-mail we remove will delay her death by another day. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. But anyways, if you're enjoying the series and you want to see more from me, then please subscribe and do all that YouTube shit. And in the next episode, I guess we're going to try to undo some D-mails and see what happens from there. So I'll see you then.